welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Fixing Up the Commonwealth. I hope you're well today. I'd hoped to do this tour of Sunshine Tidings Co-op before I started a new project, and however things just didn't work out quite that way. So just to remind you what Fixing Up the Commonwealth was all about, originally I took one of my existing settlements that I'd built very early on when I started playing Fallout 4. We went through and reviewed that settlement and then started to rebuild it, given all the mods and kind of advancement I'd done in building since the first time I built. So we're back at Sunshine Tidings. We're going to do the tour today. I hope you enjoy this one. It is quite long because there is a lot of things to see. Let's get into it. So it's pretty early in the morning and you can see the defences really haven't changed that much. We've done a little bit of tweaking to this, but not a huge amount. Now, if you remember the original settlement, we started off with one settlement and then Bethesda, God bless them, decided to update the game and completely make that settlement inaccessible. So I had to then go on and pick my second settlement, and then of course they updated again and that original settlement became active again. Thank you very much, Bethesda. Now, there's probably a lot more I could have done with this settlement as far as decoration, especially in this area here. I did have plans for it, I just haven't got round to it, and of course we're now on to Oberlin, so there's a few areas in the settlement that are unfinished. Maybe at some point we'll get to them, but as a builder, yeah, sometimes we just don't finish the decoration. So that's no bark shark. I have a separate video for that one. That was in the original settlement, the second settlement that we had to use at Sunshine Tidings. We'll go in and have a look around, but I do have a separate build video outside Fixing Up the Commonwealth for this. And of course, this, if you don't know what No Bark Shark is, it comes from Fallout New Vegas and it's close to Novak. And so I decided to recreate this. I'd been playing Fallout New Vegas and decided to recreate this building with a little bit of a tweak and update in Fallout 4. Pretty neat little shark, if I don't say so myself. We'll just shut the door. Next building we're going to go into is the kind of homage to Fallout 3. And this was a building in Megaton. I forget, it was the sheriff's. It's based loosely off the sheriff's house. I can't remember the sheriff's name. I apologise. Don't hate me. And I think we're going to, I think we'll make Dogmeat just stay in here for a while, because he tends to be a little bit annoying. He tends to, get in your way. So he can just sit and chill in here. If you played Fallout 3, a lot of this will be familiar to you. We're just giving it a bit of an update to Fallout 4 land, and I've used a little bit of license to do this, but essentially there's lots of these little things in the homes at Megaton. These little areas, and this came out really nicely. Nice airy open looking area, and lots of references to the original house in Fallout 3. And each room here, I really like this. Each room is got a little bit of a personality. It's distinct to that room. So in Fallout 3 you get lots of things like the little tables and chairs and things lying around. So I wanted to kind of give it that vibe and that scrappy vibe as well in here. Room number 2. Numero 2. Yeah, my French is awful, I know. And lastly, this one. There you go. Just shows you, these are all virtually the same rooms, but just by decoration you can make them quite distinct. So I'll have a good look around here. Glass house roofs really do make this light and airy. It does look very scrappy, and if you watch the build that I did on this, I deliberately varied up all the walls to make it look metal and scrappy. Okay, cool. So the next area we're going to have a look at is the hunting lodge area. And this is obviously just a prefab barn that I've dropped down, and I used that. I've actually done a video, I think, Unlock Your Creativity, where I show you how to just take something that's predetermined and then add bits to it to make it your own. So not a lot to say about the barn in here, but given it's a country area, Sunshine Tidings Co-op, I thought it fitted with the lore of the settlement. So we have a little workshop out here. Very, very simple to do. Just a prefab with a roof. And then just chuck a whole lot of stuff in there, which like this. And it's like a fixer up our place, and obviously a cooking area as well. Pots. I wonder what's in there. It smells so good. So this corner I wasn't sure what to do with, so I just built a whole lot of defensive areas. Obviously there's some raiders up there somewhere, which we will see in a minute, and so we need some defences facing them. Now there is a toilet there that I couldn't move, so I just built it into the structure here. I don't know what, he was obviously practicing his aiming, and you can go down under here. Now ambitiously I did put a Brahmin feeding trough in here. I don't think Brahmin will ever get down here, and if they do they're not going to get out again, so anyway, there we go. It's a nice little chill area. Actually, the settlers actually do use this area, strangely enough. They come down in here and hide. And you can hop up on the barrel there. And again, we've got another little defensive area that you can use. Okay. Put that gun away. You don't need it. We're doing a tour. Thank you. Okay. And finally, the hunting lodge. Now, I used this for my Christmas videos, and I haven't been in here since, so yeah, I didn't put the furniture back, in the Christmas trees still here. Look, the furniture's all over the place. Yeah. Okay, anyway, we're just going to hop over here now. This is a nice little veranda area, and the beauty of this, so the reason we called it a hunting lodge is because you can get your sniper out, aim up onto the overpass there, and take these guys out. Look. Just hunker down, headshot, done. Turret knows there's something up, so we just got rid of him too. There we go. And that's what this veranda's there for. It's just for hunting, taking pot shots at the neighbours, and they get a bit upset. Okay. Yep, Christmas time, all year round in that. Oh, in that little shack there. Nice. Okay. Okay, what's next? Moving right along. Yeah, that's fantastic. We've been in here, we've seen it. Yeah, fine. Let's go. So I saw something on Pinterest, which was the influence for this kind of country farmhouse, and I wanted this to look as though it was already here. So this barn and this farmhouse and the greenhouse you're about to see in a minute, they're all here. A little bit of decoration needed in here. It's still a little bit too sparse for me. Some rooms are good. This area down at the bottom needs a little bit of work. There's not enough clutter and stuff in here, under the stairs and whatnot. The office is pretty good though. It's yep, that come out really well, and I like the look of this with the windows and the way the sun comes in and all of that. Shut that door like that nicely, and the kitchen's good. I like the kitchen as well. It really has that farmhouse feel. So I apologise if you're hearing a little bit of background noise. It is windy today in Sydney, and even though it's sunny, it's high winds, and so it's you'll hear a few things kind of banging his windows and flapping around. So level number 2, I think in the original build I did not put a bathroom in. There's a bathroom in this house, because obviously I had to rebuild this completely from scratch when I moved to the second version of Sunshine Tidings, and recreate it pretty much the same. But I did add a bathroom in, you'll see that in a second. It's bedroom number 1. There we go, we've got a bathroom. This was a kind of empty area, so we built a nice little bathroom in here. Here we go. And this was done mostly with snappy haskets, this build. Pretty much all with snappy haskets. There we go. And it's bedroom number 2 with some bunk beds at the other end. It's quite long. I was going to put a room in, a wall in there, but I decided not to. I decided to leave it nice, open and airy. Here we go. Okay, let's go down. So what I'm doing is I'm going to go around in a circle and then we'll cover the central area at the end. Like I said, there is so much to see in this tour. I hope it gives you quite a few little ideas. So the starting point for this was that kind of, I think it's from Nuka World DLC, that front bit there, and we made a little greenhouse. Now I've put a XO1 power armor in the middle of all the food, and I have no idea why I did that. I think anyway, doesn't matter. It's there. It sort of works actually. For some strange reason, it works. But nice little greenhouse, and it all fits in with the kind of country feel of Sunshine Tidings. So it's something you could pretty much think about doing. Now, this was in the settlement originally, this truck shack here. I had to go back and tweak this because, and I've mentioned this a couple of times now in a few of my videos, Thematic and Practical, I done a reboot of my game, reinstall, and lost Thematic and Practical. So when you come back to some of your settlements, your walls and stuff will be missing. So I had to come back and do a fair bit of repair on this settlement before I could do the tour. This is one of the buildings that got hit the hardest, so I had to put some new walls and whatnot in here. So anyway, I'm not going to spend too much time. You can see there's some floating stuff there because there's a shelf Thematic and Practical that is no longer there. So there we go. Moving right along. So we used the grounded mod. It was one of the new mods we used in this build. And this was a little secret area that I built, which is a little chem lab hidden underneath the ground. And it came out, I'm really happy with it. It came out really nice. And I think it's, I'll try and make these look as believable as possible, and I'm really happy with this. Now, to get that red light to work, I had to hook it up to a separate generator. So those solar generators are perfect for that if you want to try and do that. And we will run up the side here so you can see all this part from the grounded mod and see how it integrates kind of seamlessly, almost seamlessly into the landscape. If you want to see how to do that, check out the secret area video on it. I'll take you through fairly step by step how to do this. Keeping the farming vibe alive. Now, one of the reasons this video is so long today is I know myself and I know I've been speaking to a few other people in the community. When people do tour videos, there's a lot of times when you're kind of into the video, you're watching the tour video, and there's things that you see and you wish they wish they'd taken the time, because it does generate ideas. So I'm trying to take my time, guys, so that you can see all the details here and maybe get some ideas. Now, some weird stuff going on. You can see that steps kind of, there's been something weird going on. That should be sitting on the ground and it's not for some reason, so I need to go back and fix that. So the influence for this area is Diamond City Radio, and I do use a lot of Diamond City influences in this build. This is the Sunshine radio station, and yeah, it's a pretty cool little idea. And obviously down here is the green room and all the technical stuff, which is hidden behind a door. I did have to do some repair on here. I've still got some more work in that. It's one of these doors that automatically closes far too quickly. So this is where the hub of the radio station is, and there you go. The studio is upstairs, obviously, where the bed we just were, and this is the green room or the chill out area with bar and mirror bomb and all that good stuff. I like the way it came out, this little building, and I had to leave this open so you can get into that little cabin there. I haven't done anything with the cabin, I just, yeah, I'm always conscious of the flow of a settlement, so made sure that you could get through to the cabin there. Okay, what's next? This was already here. This is the Minutemen HQ, and again I've got a series of probably 3 videos where I go through and show you how I build this step by step. There we go. I'm probably going to have to link all of these different areas in this video, so it might take a while. And yeah, I enjoyed this little build. A lot of people loved the armory in this particular settlement, which is right here. I made it a little bit different with these window panels. A lot of people taking, we've had a fairly busy time because a lot of guns disappeared from here, but that's okay. Let's go inside and just have a look. Yeah, I see one's fallen on the floor. Somebody was in a rush, I guess. So I wanted to keep this, you know, with period features, this and a period vibe about it, and very much in keeping with the Minutemen. Go and see the General's office. And these windows that come with workshop rearranged, which are essentially, you know, for greenhouses, do give it a different feel, nice open feel. Again, there's a banister or railing that's missing there that we need to put back in. But apart from that, it's pretty much as I left it. And then there's a little strategy room in here. There we go. And I think this influenced some of the builds I did at the castle as well, a little bit later on after I'd done this one. So it gives a good view over the settlement. You can have a good kind of vista of the look of the settlement and the feel of the settlement from here. Okay. Not quite sure what we're doing there. So this is the communications area for the settlement defenders. Just down here. So this is where the beacon is for attracting settlement settlers. And just trying to get an overall look of it. I'm thinking about switching that on and getting a few more settlers into here. I'm not sure what that's going to do to the frame rate though, that's my only concern. I generally, when I build these kind of settlements, I don't have settlers in there for that very reason. I did get stung quite a while ago at Hangman's Alley with a really bad frame rate. As soon as I put settlers in, the frame rate just plunged to the point where you can't go to that settlement anymore because it just crashes. And I've tried to get rid of settlers after settlers, but it just doesn't give me long enough time before it crashes, and yeah, it's not good. So I think also with the Hangman's, it had something to do with the fact that I built round the corner at Hangman's where I have heard that can be quite glitchy. So let's go up to the upper level now. Just shut that door for now so we don't spoil the surprise. I was going to build underneath here, never got round to it. Yeah, I know. I mean, this tour's nearly 30 minutes long, so you can imagine there's so much more that you could do with this settlement, and yeah, I might come back at some point and do that, but not at this point in time. Not at this point in time. So this is a little kind of bunk bed for the defenders up here, bunk room. Make it as comfortable as possible for them so they don't have to wander too far away from their duties. And you can see this links all the way across and all the way around to the front gate here. I'm going to spend too much time here, but just wanted to show you how this links all the way around. It's got a good overview from anybody that's going to come and try and attack the settlement. There we go. Up we go. Yep. Okay, so we're nearly done a complete circle now. Just about there. And then we'll go and finish off with the marketplace. So I wanted to replicate the red rocket stroke garage stroke workshop that you see at the start of the game. So this is my attempt at it. And I think the best thing to do, if you want to see all these individual videos, go to the Fixing Up the Commonwealth playlist, and you can watch, you can select which ones you want to watch. Go through. So I've tried to replicate this as much as possible, but also put a little bit of a twist on it. And this is where I store all my weapons and bits and bobs in here. And this is a kind of system I've been using for quite a while, where I have a workbench and a tool chest, and I put all my bits and bobs in here. I'm really happy with the way this came out. It looks pretty similar to the one you see in the intro video. What a few tweaks. And that's one of the master plan mods that you can get, which is called Red Rocket, I think. It gives you the ability to do that as far as bits and pieces and decoration. So this area here was really a secret little area which I like doing, and it was influenced by one piece, one area, this kind of area here. When you first come into the behind the warehouse here, there's a little bed in a lean-to, so it kind of set the tone for this area. And you can see the table's missing, and that obviously was thematic and practical, so I need to come back and fix that up. Try to go through this settlement as much as possible and fix all these little bits and pieces, but there are a few things that I obviously missed. And kept it really nice and simple with most of this settlement in these little areas, because if you look at the at Fallout 4, and as you go through the game, this is what Bethesda tend to do. They don't tend to overcomplicate the decoration of these little areas. And it's one of those areas that was normally you wouldn't use the space, so I thought I love using all the space up as much as possible. So here is the warehouse. I've converted it into a bar in the first half of the warehouse, and it's a pretty neat little comfy little local bar. There you go there. Shut the door. Didn't have too many issues. The wall went in pretty easily between the two sections, and then it's a case of just really decorating. Nice comfy, and actually the settlers do come in here at night time and spend some time sitting down and doing whatever they need to do. And then I made a little general store in the second half here. There you go. And the shopkeeper's living area is up above, which we will show you in a second. So give you a good look around. Used my magazines obviously in there. And in this save I have no idea where all my magazines and all bits and pieces are because they're scattered across the Commonwealth. All my collectibles. Sometimes happens. I generally like to have a home base to put all these in so I can keep track of them, but in this build, in this save, I haven't done that. So we'll shut that door and we'll go upstairs and show you the living area for the shopkeeper, which is up here, but because of the roof you can't actually get, this is more cosmetic than anything. There you go. Okie dokie. And you can look at multi-surplus supplies. This is a little homage to Diamond City. In a nice area for a nice idea for just filling a little space there. So we've made a complete circle now. Let's go into the have we been in? We haven't been in here yet. So we'll go in here and then we'll go to the marketplace. So you can see that platform is held up with a ladder. Lots of little kitchen in here. Little downstairs area. And this might actually be the salon owner's residence, because the salon is right in front of this. I could have done more up here. I could have made this double story, but I decided to keep it a single story. Very scrappy looking kind of area. There's a outside toilet there obviously, and it's fairly open, which I like. There we go. And now we go into the final part of the build, which is the marketplace. And we'll start at this point and we'll go all the way around. So this is a little workshop kind of Mr. Fix-It area. So if you needed things, if something's broken, you can just come to this gentleman here or this lady here and they'll fix things up for you. So like a little workshop. You can see this is built based on Diamond City, the little noodle bar. This was a little corner of the settlement. I wasn't sure what to do with, and so yeah, I'm not sure what it is, but it kind of works. We have a little bit of a clothing store in here. Still need to put tailwind stuff in there, but apart from that, it's pretty much finished. This is the noodle bar a la Diamond City. I like the way this came out. Pretty easy to do. I actually redid this and put a little bit more interest in there. And then we have a little gun shop. Guns. I need some more weapons on the wall here, but there was more weapons on the wall. I think the settlers might have pinched them, but it's a pretty different looking guns area. Then we built our branch of public occurrences, and I've done a couple of videos on that now. I've done a separate video up at Sanctuary that shows you how to build this particular area, or you can go to the playlist, the Fixing Up Your Commonwealth playlist, and yeah, it's a pretty easy little building, but it's a nice way of doing it. And then there's a little office next door, which is quite high. It's got quite a high ceiling, and it's strange, this little building caused me a few problems just to try and get the overall height right, but we got there in the end, and it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward decoration wise. We have got, of course, the butcher. Go. So if you need anything to cook on your barbecue, come and see the butcher. Butcher will fix you up, no problem. This little corner again, this is influenced by, as a lot of this area is influenced by Diamond City builds, and this is a little area in Diamond City, and I lost a lot of this through thematic and practical going, so I had to rebuild it, so I haven't fully decorated it. And then we have the super salon, and again I've done a separate build showing you how to replicate that. So there you go, guys, that's the end of the Sunshine Co-op tour. I hope you've enjoyed this one. The series was great. The settlement build I really enjoyed, and it's quite different to where it started. Thanks for watching, thanks for joining us on Gaming for XP, and we'll catch you next time. See ya! Sure you keep up with all the new content on Gaming for XP. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell, and we'll let you know once we've uploaded anything that's new. See ya!